My dad and I were up listening to a football game that Sunday, and I delivered newspapers, and my mail chief drove by and honked the horn and yelled. He said, "Get down to the delivery station. We were going to bring out a special." He said, switch your radio. And that's when we first learned about Pearl Harbor. And I went down, and there were 2 newspapers in town. I peddled for the Tribune, and then there was the Scranton Times, and the big issue was who was going to get the first issue out, because we only got 3 cents normally, but for the special we got a nickel, which was a big deal. So we got the first one. All my buddies, my older friends, were going in the service, and it was just, as kids, when I was after Pearl Harbor, before I went to Stanton, we collected scrap, rubber, old ragweed, did anything for the war effort, and everybody was in it. It was an unbelievable time, Joey. You couldn't believe how united the country was. And so I wanted to fight for my country. All of us felt whatever we could do to win the war, we should do. And if we didn't use it, if they had it, we sure as heck would have used it on us. But we didn't dwell on it much, and it wasn't a big discussion. We were mainly interested in what are they going to do with us now,
I think that it's very important for people to understand what has gone on historically, and you can't just take things for granted and assume that everything's going to be just fine, because thousands of years of history have shown us that there's going to be countries that want to do things that you don't want them to do. They're going to want to invade, they're going to want to annex, they're going to want to do this. Not only that, the various different cultural ideas, such as socialism, communism, fascism, those all have to be fought unless you want to join them. And the United States was, I would say, the leader in seeing to it that those things did not take place.
I realized we were at war with Japan. Japan attacked the United States. It was their war against us. So instantly I realized I was in the reserve and wearing a uniform of the Navy. I knew that I was going to go right to war. So I got up and went back to the house, talked to the family, and said, "Here I go." And I didn't see them for 3 years. Normandy, the coast of France. We sailed from England to the coast of France and landed on France on June the 6th and climbed the cliffs to get from way down here where the sea was up there to where the Germans were. And then we crawled across France, just being there and seeing thousands of men, thousands of planes in the air, thousands of ships at sea, and just millions of men moving ashore. It was just unbelievable.
If it weren't for them, I never would have gone to could never really afford to go to medical school. So it was a huge help to me. I must say it was awfully nice to educate me that way. So I paid my dues, though. Well, I can only tell you, for one thing, it made me respect living, being alive. After seeing some of the disasters I saw and what happened to people, what happened to a lot of soldiers too. I saw a lot of bad too. And it was a real learning experience on top of it.
It's the same way Pauline here kids me a lot about, she said, I'm a delegator, and I had people do this and do that. And I try to explain to her that if you want to be a successful leader, you can't do everything. And you try and get good people around you, but then you give good people the authority you don't check up on them every day and say, what'd you do today? How's this going? You say, hey, can you handle this? Yeah. Okay, get back to me if you got a problem or when it's done, okay? To me, that's basic to anything.